Welcome to Mystic by Nature. Hello, hello, my mystics. Hello. Coming to you the second half of September for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Going to see what's coming in for you guys. At any point during this reading, should you become irritated or feel confusion, this reading is probably not for you. But please check the next placement, whether it's your sun, moon, Venus, or even your Mars placement. Never try to make a reading fit the narrative. Never. Not the narrative that you want anyway. Whether these signs sit on your ascendant, the sun, the moon, are you a cross watcher? If it resonates, like, hit the bell, subscribe, and share. And for fun, leave me a flame emoji in the comments below. Okay, this transit for the second half of September. We're in the midst of eclipse season, so everything is coming in kind of hot and heavy. I'm actually recording this on right before the Mercury Cazimi. Actually, a couple days before the Mercury Cazimi. All right. So, let's see. Aries, you are first up. Second half of September is lighting up your 6th house of health, your 5th house of romance and creativity, 7th house of relationships, 3rd house of communication, and your 11th house. A lot of resets, Aries, in daily routine, your relationship, as well as partnerships. There is a need to be very mindful around the 24th, though, because we have this Pluto square that's going on that will be affecting you. So this could definitely bring in some squabbles around finances. So it's a need for you to be very mindful. All right, let's take a deep breath and see what Spirit has to say about the second half of September for you, fire sign, Aries. Take a deep breath. There you go. Woo-sa. It's out. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What does Spirit say about for Aries for the second half of September? Second half of September for Aries. Second half of September for Aries. Ooh, I love it. I love it. So the first card I got was the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups. So for you, Aries, whether you are a rising sign, sun, or even a moon sign, for you, I see some recognition. I see some recognition. I see you getting some recognition with it comes to actually your job, which would, hit with the 6th house, the daily routine. There could be a possible promotion within a job. But I also see an increase when it comes to your finances. There may be a raise, or even some type of financial blessing that comes in from your creativity. I see a lot of people admiring you, Aries, and kind of wanting to be a part of your world. I see a lot of increase in the self-love department. And you start starting to appreciate yourself a little bit more. I guess, with your 6th house being lit up, you are pouring more energy into yourself, allowing yourself to be loved on a little bit more, loving yourself a little bit more, spoiling yourself a little bit more. I see somebody taking a trip. Taking a trip. Okay. This could also mean someone offering you a cup of romance. Someone offering you some love. This could be a new relationship. Maybe starts off as a partnership and ends up being a relationship later on. Maybe in the springtime is when it switches to being a relationship, coming from a business partnership. This is something that's very heart focused and very close to your heart that you're doing. I'm saying this could be like a foundation for grieving loved ones. Okay. All right. I also see a foundation for MS. that somebody could be creating. It could be like a non-profit creative project that you're deciding to do, and this person is partnering up with you. Okay. Can you give me some more insight on what Aries can expect for the second half of September? All right, thank you. Okay, I do get the Eight of Wands reversed, so that tells me, with the Five of Wands coming out right behind it, so that does let me know that there will be a conflict when it comes to communication. At the Eight of Wands here, like I said, with the Five of Wands, so there could be a conflict with communication that's coming in. I see this being actually with a possible partner. I mean, this could be a partnership as far as work. I mean, because we're dealing with the 6th house and stuff, but we're also dealing with the 5th house. So this could even, you know what? This could be someone possibly moving in with their significant other and having some issues and disagreements, because the way that it came out right on top of the Ace of Pentacles. Be a disagreement about money, how they spend, or realizing that you guys are on the same page when it comes to finances. So this creates some type of conflict and disagreement. Can you give me more insight on the Eight of Wands reverse and the Five of Wands? More insight. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are understanding that you may need to kind of sit down, reevaluate, and get a little bit more structured and organized when it comes to your finances, especially when it comes to you guys joining your finances. The conflict could come in where somebody is a lot more, what's the word, frugal than the other person. So it's just kind of a need to kind of sit down and talk it out, and not make it escalate more than what it should. There could be some like hidden financial issues that kind of pop in too as well. And this could potentially lead to, I got the Three of Swords, so this could potentially lead to some type of heartbreak. Possibly lead to a breakup because of the issues over the finances that you didn't see coming. This could be with the person you're already in a relationship with, or this could be from a creative project, a partnership, where you are in a partnership with someone, a business partnership, and you realize that they are misusing the funds when it comes to the business, and it's causing you guys to have some squabble up, have some issues when it comes to the finances. It's kind of putting you guys in a very, very difficult spot, very bad spot, in order for you to be able to restore some type of balance and justice within the relationship. This could even occur very, very soon, possibly in because we are in Virgo season, so this could possibly occur in Libra season. Will you realize that you're going to have to cut off that partnership, that it's not beneficial for you to stay within the partnership. This is going to take you really, 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 really stepping into your King of Swords energy. You're going to have that mental clarity around the situation and remove yourself so that you don't get caught up in a situation that you get caught up in keep hearing toxic environment, but get caught up in a financial situation that later comes back and haunts you. You are going to decide to leave. I got the Eight of Wands. Some of you guys could be leaving to tap into a project of your own that you know is going to bring you some type of victory, and others, you're leaving because your intuition is telling you to. And you know if you stay, it's not going to be a good thing. So, Aries. That is it for you for the second half of September. Okay? 1 second. Let me do my timestamp here. And then we have Leo. So Leo, the second half of September is lighting up your let's see, your second house and your first house, your third house, 11th house, and your 7th house. So your money house, your communication, your networks, your friends, your community, neighborhood, as well as your partnerships and relationships are being impacted second half of September. Let's see what Spirit has to say, Leo. What can Leo expect for the second half of September? Okay. Whoa. That's crazy. The cards flew out my hand. What can Leo expect for the second half of September? Okay. All right. So, second house of September. I mean, it's second for Leo. September. Okay. Okay. First card that came out, honestly, was the Justice card for Leo. This could be rising, sun, or moon. The next card we have is the Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ten of Swords. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. All right, Leo. So with your first house being hit, you might be dealing with some type of mental blockages, especially emotionally as well as creatively. The song that's playing is called "Stuck in My Ways," so you may be dealing with your stubbornness might be kind of setting in. When a Leo gets stubborn, y'all think Taurus is stubborn. When a Leo is set in their ways about something, there is no shifting them out of that energy. You may be stuck in your ways about something. Instead of being very grounded, you are allowing your emotions to kind of overwhelm you, and it is kind of it's jacking up everything around you. You might be being very impulsive when it comes to your finances, and that is causing some issues as well with your self-worth. And then there might be some breaks when it comes to I'm seeing your friendships, at least for some part of September. So you are kind of in the fight of your life of trying to get some balance in your life. Right now, in the second half of September, at least you will be in the second half of September, some of you guys could be thinking heavily about moving, just trying to save enough money so that you can do that. But you kind of feel like you're kind of stuck in a space where you don't really want to be. Like if you had all the money in your funds right now, you would be gone. You wouldn't think twice about it. But because you don't have all the money that you want, or that you feel like you should have at this moment, you feel kind of have that Eight of Swords energy. Some more energy that I'm picking up on is some of you might be taking a trip or planning to take a trip. With the Page of Wands energy. This could be an international trip. I'm seeing pyramids and whatnot. So there'll be some of you guys deciding to take a trip just to kind of free yourself from this energy, this self-sabotaging energy. All right, can you give me more insight for Leo, rising, sun, or moon? Yeah. Yeah. Even right now, if you aren't taking a trip, you're doing a lot of self-exploration. You're like really looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing what flaws and what things need to be corrected and what things need to be changed in order for you to be able to move forward in a more healthier manner. Um, and by doing this, you're going to be able to improve not just your finances, but your self-worth. And you might be changing up your circle of your friends. Might be ready to open yourself up in love. Once we hit like Libra season, you'll feel a whole lot more balanced. There is something significant about Christmas season or December. To be some of you guys getting involved with a fellow fire sign, which is Aries, a Taurus, possibly, or even a Virgo. More insight for Leo, please, for the second half of September. Thank you. For some of you guys could have been in your seventh house is being hit. So some of you guys could have been in a relationship that was keeping you in that negative self-sabotaging energy. You feel like you were repeating a cycle with a person, or if not repeating a cycle with a person, you have removed yourself from that situation and you are now healing from it, or you're now ready to heal from it. Like you're allowing yourself to reconnect with your feminine energy. Ooh, okay. This could be for man or woman. But either way, you have decided to leave that emotional distress behind and move towards a more balanced and happier mindset and emotional space. This came through you creating more structure and organization, and kind of standing on your word and not falling back into a repeated cycle. I guess this could have been a situation where somebody was accustomed to you coming in and out of the relationship, and you guys doing the back and forth thing. You separate for a month, you're back together for 2 months. Separate for 2 months, back together for 3 months, and you're done with that cycle. You are ending that cycle. You are no longer willing to be a participant in the toxic pattern. And by doing this, you have pushed yourself into... I could be talking to a woman, because the song that's playing is All the Things Your Man Won't Do by Joe. So you could have decided to, like I said, walk away, and you have implemented different things within your daily routine, that has allowed you to kind of have a rebirth. That's beautiful, Leo. I love that. I love that for you. This could also mean you like leaving behind friendships that you didn't think you would have to leave behind, but you're at a point now where you're okay with it. You are okay with it. You're very grounded in your decision. If you can see, he has these red boots on and he's not turning back. He's like, I'm good. I'm good on all of that. I don't need any of that. All right. Any more insight for Leo for the second half of September? Yeah, there's a need for you to be patient with yourself. You have Archangel, I didn't say Michael, but for some reason I got Gabriel, that is coming into the scene. There's a need for you to pour into yourself more, continue doing what you're doing, so that you can continue to heal and get into a better space. All right, that is it for you, Leo. Now we are moving towards Sagittarius. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, second half of September is transiting your 10th house of work and reputation, your ninth house of spirituality and learning, your 11th house of friendships and community, 6th house of habits and routines, and lastly, your 3rd house of communication and thinking. Let's take a deep breath of grounding and see what Spirit has to say. All right, Sagittarius. What can Sagittarius expect for the second half of September? Okay. So one of the first cards I got was the Five of Cups, and it came out with the Seven of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Magician card. Immediately I picked up a Sagittarius rising sun or moon person who may have lost their job and is now having to look for other options when it comes to their income. They might be extremely heartbroken. It might have been something that you really, really love doing. It kind of came out of nowhere. I heard snakes in the yard, so it could have been some like type of backstabbing or betrayal that happened that put you in a position where you may have lost your job. And in the time that you have been resting and kind of contemplating and thinking about it and looking at all the options that you have, pulling yourself out of that depressive state, you are stepping into your creative bag, using the resources that you have around you. Planting the seeds for something that you can do on your own so that you are not relying on other people. Ooh, okay. So this could be somebody starting a business. Okay. And this could be after a time of kind of looking at yourself really hard in the mirror. All right, the song that's playing is by Janelle Monáe, but it's from the album Dirty Computer. So this could be something with the IT world. There could have been some things that were found on the computer that caused the person to lose their job. Can you give me more insight on what Sagittarius can expect for the second half of September? Some of you guys could be doing some traveling. Oh, I definitely see some traveling coming in. That's going to give you a creative idea that's going to allow you to bring in some more finances, some financial stability, as well as some public recognition. Some of you could be meeting up with a lover or meeting somebody on this trip that ends up being a divine partner. This is not related to a job, although I feel like it is. This could be related to a past relationship that you may have had, might have ended maybe last December. More insight for Sagittarius. Feels like it's been obstacle after obstacle, and after you take this trip, things will feel a whole lot lighter. You will feel like that you're in control of things, and some collaborations may come from this. Some collaborations that'll lead you in the right path financially. This could also lead to a relationship with a King of Wands energy, a fellow fire sign, or someone who is embodying that energy. And this could possibly lead to marriage. This is your rebirth and transformation time. This might be also somebody who is being sent to you by your ancestors. You're completing the cycle of always feeling like you're having to have a fight about everything. You're moving into much happier times. You may not know where you're going, what you're doing, how you're going to do it, but you have faith that everything is going to work out. All right, so that is it for my fire signs for the second half of September. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like, leave a flame behind, and subscribe for future uploads. I leave you with this affirmation mantra. I ignite my passions with clarity and courage. I release what dims my flame and now step boldly into my power. The universe has spoken. Now it's your move. Stay aligned, be courageous, and let your light shine. Until next time, fire signs.